Hello children, today we are going to continue our lesson materials and things. So let's start with the page number 48. How can you know the different shades of materials? We observe that certain materials can change their shape according to the shape of the containers they are put into, while some retain their shape. Yes or no children? Let's see. Matter. So this is the matter which is divided into parts based on what? Based on shape, mass and volume. Based on these criteria, matter is divided into solid, liquid and gas. First of all, this division based on this shape, mass and volume. So what is mass? The amount of matter in an object is mass. Okay, next, what is the volume? How much space an object occupies, that is volume. So based on these, here you could see an object here. It has a shape, it stays the same even if we take anywhere. Mass, it also stays the same. Volume also stays the same, it doesn't change. So these are solids. They have definite shape and volume, like ball, computer, table, computer, ice cube, etc. So solid. Next is a liquid. Liquid has mass, it stays the same. Volume also stays the same, but shape changes according to the object what we take. See, milk also takes the shape of container. Milk in the jar takes jar shape. Milk in the glass takes glass shape. So liquids, water, milk, oil, etc. take the shape of the object in which they are poured. Next, gas. Gas mass will be same, but volume changes, shape changes. See, the gas is used to fill balloons, so parachute, etc. According to the filling, the volume, the shape and volume changes. So those materials which can change shape are mainly liquids such as water, rasam, milk, oil, kerosene, etc. Those materials which do not change shape are solids such as wood, rock, brick, plastic objects and vegetables. Next, activity 6, classification of materials. So we discussed those, yes. So think of different solids, liquids and gases around you and group them in table 5. Solids like stone, what do we have? Wood, iron, yes, chair. Say children, what solids we have? Table, machine, box, metal box you could say, yes. Next, liquids. Liquids like milk, oil, kerosene, petrol, diesel, water, lemon juice. These all are liquids. Yes, children. Gases, smoke, steam, water vapor. Yes. Gases from fridge, refrigerator. Yes, children. More. Nitrogen, oxygen, gases in the air. These all come under gases. Next, page number 49. Discuss with your friends and find out who had the longest list. Now consider only one group, say liquids. From the observation of liquids, can you list their properties? Yes, liquid doesn't have certain shape. They have mass and volume. They take the shape of the container in which they are put. Liquids take the shape of the container they are put into. Write all possible properties of solids, liquids and gases in your notebook. Discuss about them with your friends and teachers. Next, a dilemma with sugar. Dilemma means confusion. So what confusion we have with sugar? Let's see. While thinking about properties of solids, a group of students in class 6 put sugar in a glass, in a bowl and in a vessel. They observed that sugar takes the shape of the container. Yes or no, children? As we pour sugar into a glass, bowl and vessel, that sugar is taking the shape of the container. Since they know that liquids take the shape of container, they concluded the sugar is a liquid. Okay. Then the second group in the glass disagreed with the first. What do you think? Is sugar a solid or a liquid? How will you decide? One are saying it's a liquid, one group is saying it's a solid. So Razia, a student from the second group, came up with an idea. She took a single crystal of sugar and one drop of water and declared that sugar is a solid, while water is a liquid. First group also had to agree with her argument. Yes or no, children? Actually, in sugar, we have crystals. Each and every crystal is having certain shape. All the crystals combinedly, they take shape of the container. We won't consider that actually. Single crystal we consider. Sugar, each and every crystal has its own shape. So, sugar is a solid. What must she have argued using only one crystal of sugar and one drop of water? Yes, one drop of water, it is taking shape of the place where it is. But sugar crystal, it is not taking. It is only having the certain shape. So, sugar is a solid or not? Water is liquid. Discuss with your friends and find out why sugar is solid, although it takes the shape of a container. Okay, we discussed that. Next, is common salt a solid or liquid? Obviously, as like sugar, salt is also solid. Why? Because salt is also observed as a crystals. Many crystals together, isn't or not? So each and every crystal of this salt also having certain shape. Next, different forms of water. We have water three forms: ice, water and water vapor. So how are they different? Let's we see. Different forms of water. Water in liquid form when evaporated forms water vapor or gas. But when it is freezed, that means when temperature decreases, it forms ice. It's a solid. In this way they are different. Yes or no? At same temperature they are not having in these three forms. At different temperatures, these three forms formed. So these three are different only. When ice is melted, that means when temperature increases in the ice, it will be melted into water. Yes. When temperature decreases in the water vapor, that means condenses. When the vapor is cooled, then water is formed again, that is a liquid. Yes. This is how the forms of water are different. Next, activity 7. Sinking or floating of water. Let us assume that a tomato, brinjal, potato, iron nail, sponge, wood, stone, leaf, piece of chalk and paper are given to you. Predict which of them sink or float in water. Let's we see. Which are the things that will be sinking? We could say potato, iron nail, stone, piece of chalk, etc. And which will be floating? Tomato, brinjal, sometimes, mostly brinjal will be sinking. Yes, brinjal will be sinking. Sponge, after taking water, it will be sinking. Wood, leaf, paper, these will float. Now try to test whether your predictions are correct or wrong by dropping the above objects in a beaker of water one by one. What do you find? Record your observations in the following table. See, floating and sinking. Take a transparent water tub with water. Now drop the objects such as stone, piece of wax, metal key, plastic ball, leaf, small piece of wood, iron nail and rupee coin one by one into the water tub. We will observe that stone, key, iron nail and rupee coin sink in the water, whereas wax, plastic ball, small piece of wood and leaf float on the surface of water. Observe the changes. Repeat the same activity with salt water, which is excessively salty. More salt we have to add. That means on adding salt, the density of water increases. Okay. So the materials that can sink can be made to float on adding salt, but all the materials that float cannot be made to sink. Salt is denser than water, and so if you add salt to water, the resulting solution is denser than pure water. So, in some cases, objects that sink in fresh water can float in salt water. Okay. So, for which objects? This is page number 50. For which objects is your prediction wrong? Why? For brinjal. For brinjal, we could say it floats in salt water, but it sinks in water. Now, add a lot of salt to the water in the beaker. Try this same activity with water which is excessively salty. What do you observe? Do you get the same result? No. Brinjal will be sinking in water, normal water, but it will be floating in salt water. Even tomato floats in salt water. Okay, tomato, it might be sink. We said tomato floats on water, but it will be sinking. Yes, but in salt water, tomato floats. Okay, this is how the sinking and floating of material takes place. This is about our today's topic.